Hello everyone, welcome, my name is Phoenix and this is the Consumer's Guide to Filmmaking. Five Nights at Freddy's. 2023. Emma Tammy. This film follows a man named Mike and his little sister Abby. Embroiled in a custody dispute with his aunt over Abby, Mike tries to land steady work but keeps fucking up. And with Abby not seeming to socialize and act normally, Mike is desperate for solutions. He is so desperate that he takes a lousy night shift as a security guard at a closed pizza place called Freddy Fazbear's Pizza. There, strange things begin happening, and with Mike's past looming over his head, Mike must navigate the horrors that await him in this once cheery eatery. To quote the incomparable Hideo Kojima, "The chicken was hot." Fuck. This film was a complete fucking garbage pile. Fuck me. The one nice thing I have to say about the film was that it had some decent special effects. The design of the animatronics ended up translating pretty well to a film. The CGI was quite nice and it blended well with any practical stuff they were doing, or at least I thought they were doing. They all looked like the video game characters more or less. I suppose some of the gore in the film was also well presented. The girl getting bit in half was kind of fun. Matthew Lillard getting crushed by his animatronic suit was a nice climax for the film. Otherwise, this film is just disposable horror 101. The film visually looks like every modern horror movie ever. Even the bits in Freddy's Pizzeria were blandly lit, shooting in dim lighting that made it look less colorful, when colors would have benefited the film and that setting. It would have made the design of that set just pop more. The editing as well was just cheap jump scare 101, and every scare I just stared blankly or I laughed in sarcastic pain at. The music in the film was forgettable generic horror movie stuff, which is sad because the Newton brothers have worked on better things than this. I just couldn't care less about the score, really. The soundtrack was kind of obnoxious as well. Since this restaurant was a thing in the 80s, it uses 80s music. However, it was the most annoying and overplayed 80s hits imaginable, and I wish they just picked better songs. Like seriously, fucking Wild One? That song sucks. Fuck off. So just related to audio in general, there is a really bad bit of ADR in this film. During the scene where the cop and Josh Hutcherson were talking, the camera pulled to a wide shot, and the dialogue audio was so fucking loud, and it barely matched with Hutcherson's mouth. Like, holy fuck, try harder, guys. Ugh, but Jesus fucking Christ, who wrote this garbage? Oh right, I know who wrote this garbage. It was the hack who made these games, Scott fucking Cawthon. Along with some other no-name fucking stooges, Scott managed to write a movie befitting how dumb his games are. Now, full disclosure, I have played maybe 15 minutes of the first game. The rest of my knowledge is from watching Markiplier play them. And Markiplier turned down a cameo in this film because he's busy making the Iron Lung movie. Now, of course, this film in general is just stupid horror movie writing. There are just blithering plot holes, such as how the aunt's goons thought it was a good idea to attack the place in the morning and not at night. Like, it's all based on the assumption that Josh Hutcherson would leave the place unlocked. We aren't led to assume he would do that, or if he even did, as the cop lady immediately just assumed he left the place unlocked without a single question being asked, based on the fact he takes sleep medication. And B, if he did leave the place locked, this wouldn't affect his job as per their plan. The place getting robbed was off company time, and having taken every precaution, it would have been out of Josh Hutcherson's hands. He wouldn't be liable for it. Another problem in the film is that information is extolled in ham-fisted ways and called back on in the corniest manner. Like the kid and her stupid-ass pictures being the reason the day was saved. Related to this point, the film is just goddamn predictable. I knew from the start that Matt Lillard was in on it. Same with the cop being connected to the missing kids. That's how horribly they telegraphed it all. Fuck, it's just hackneyed horror writing. I've seen this in a million other films and I've seen it done a million times better. But what's bizarre is that the script Coffin turns in here legitimately felt like two separate movies mashed into one. We had the animatronic ghosty bullshit which was in the game, and then we had the separate plot involving a kid who talks to ghosts, a custody dispute, and a guy trying to find out who killed his kid brother. The former could have been a film without the latter. I'm pretty sure the latter was like the plot of The Black Phone or some other film. Like, it was so disconnected from everything that was happening until, like, the very end. When we get there, they kind of went somewhere with it, but it was tripe, telegraphed, and stupid, so what does that fucking matter? Like, there's a way to make this film work without the stupid psychic girl shtick. A film just set in the pizza place where Josh Hutcherson slowly figures this stuff out, like you would in the game, would work just fine. It would have probably been stupid, but it would have been more in line with the games and their mode of presentation. It would have been, dare I say it, something. But this film sadly falls into the video game adaptation pitfall of overcomplicating something stupidly simple. The acting doesn't make things any better. Everyone at best was mid. People were trying, but like, how the fuck are you supposed to pull a good performance out of this? Josh Hutcherson was fine at times, but he had some really bad line deliveries in areas. Matt Lillard was delightful as usual, but it's not like he was the saving grace or anything. The kid, Piper Rubio, was kind of okay in areas, but I've seen better child performances in other movies. Mary Stuart Masterson was playing a trademark evil bitch, but it lacked any sort of flavor to it. The one performance I thought was kind of funny from a physicality standpoint was the dude playing the aunt's lawyer. His piss-scared and traumatized expression during his scenes had me fucking rolling. Loved it. I mean, good for Scott Cawthon for securing the bag. He turned his stupid idea into a cash cow, and I believe he did it despite someone, if I recall correctly. Nice. But the filmic adaptation of his stupid video games was equally, if not more, stupid. The Freddy characters were neat to look at, but the other 90+% of this film was horribly written tripe that was performed to a middling degree and directed with the passion of a wet towel. When a pair of dim-witted Zoomers asked me to play Fortnite with them before the film started, at my showing, that's when I knew this film was not gonna be for me. Fuck this movie. Why were the copycat films better? Fuck my life, 2.5 out of 10. Catch you later, guys.